Okay. Hello. This is gonna be the first of many streams. Also, comms check. Comms check. Dear Lord. Okay, this is making me very nervous because I usually never write like on stream. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off this music. Okay, so hi everybody, welcome to the stream today. Today is a Wednesday where I am at. It is 2 o'clock. Just had prawn noodles. So, okay. Since last night I was talking about writing stream, right? Today I wanted to talk about what I was gonna write in more detail before I move on, and I'm gonna show a bunch of things before I move into actually just writing like one separate chapter. And just a quick forewarning, whatever I'm going to write today may not be in your tastes, and it's fine to just offer critique here and there because I've been trying to look for professional critiques for like a long time and I never had the guts to do it. So yes. So anyway, today, what was I gonna do today? What's this? Oh, no, okay. No, you didn't see that picture. Alright, so today, for the writing stream, right? What was I gonna say? For the writing stream, we're gonna be covering one of my oldest stories that I have been doing for a long time. Cause one, I feel like it's a good way to start off, and two, it's a story that I'm actually still doing right now. And yes, when I meant older stories, this story was written when I was like around 12, and yeah, 12 is a very young age to start writing. I think I written even before that, and the first draft of the story was completed when I was like 13, 14, 2 years after that. I never got to finishing another draft after that because I looked at the complete draft and I was like, oh god, this looks so juvenile. And I can tell you exactly how it goes because even though it's a war story, there's just so much that does not make it feel like a war story. There's too overt heroism, there is clear-cut morality, there is a lot of elements that don't really make sense, and then after that everything is just rule of cool after a while. I probably watch like what too much Metal Gear, and I was like, oh yeah, this damn looks cool. You see this Metal Gear? He looks cool. I'm gonna put him in the story. Notwithstanding the actual like atmosphere of the story. Now that I'm like much older, I went back to the story and I've retuned it a lot to include more geopolitical stuff. I know my writing problems on like my writing problems has it no politics and whatnot. But what I meant was that, well, real politics. Geopolitics in this sense means that I can still talk about things in a fictional world without possibly offending anyone. So if you see something that does seem a bit weird, yeah, go ahead and call me out because I'll be doing this writing stream a bit more frequently if this turns out to be quite good. And so, without further ado, I might as well just put in the first video because for this story, I didn't actually tell you the name. The project's name is called Tiberium Skies, and I don't know whether I talked about it before, but I have a very in-tune fascination with Tiberium Wars, Command and Conquer. It was one of my childhood dreams growing up, and I am so happy to say that yes, I know a lot about this universe, more than I do like Halo and Warhammer stuff, because it was one of those things that seemed very cool, and then there's a lot of layers and nuances that I started to pick out. Maybe it's not that deep, maybe it is. So, yeah, I'm just going to go and upload a video right here just to let you guys know how the universe is set up. Like, give me a second. No, media source. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. So I'm gonna give you the intro video to the latest one, which is Tiberium Wars. Okay, that's weird. That's not showing up. Give me a second. Okay, there it is. Alright, here it is.
Philadelphia uplink successful. Welcome back, Commander.
Hopefully it's not too loud.
Today's threat level is low. The state of the planet is deteriorating. Tiberium infestation has reached critical levels. Red zones have suffered the worst contamination and cannot support human life. Yellow zones are dangerously contaminated, but contain most of the world's population. Decades of war and civil unrest have left these regions in a state of social collapse. The Brotherhood of Nod operates virtually unchallenged in these zones. They take advantage of the chaos to recruit members and disguise their military infrastructure. Nod's leader is a charismatic figure we know only as Cain. Cain is determined to accelerate the spread of Tiberium, believing it is the catalyst for the next stage of human evolution. However, in recent years, the Brotherhood has been suspiciously quiet, with little terrorist activity. The remainder of the Earth's surface is unscarred by Tiberium outbreak. These blue zones are considered the last refuge and hope of the civilized world, and are under the protection of the Global Defense Initiative. You have been assigned command of the GDI forces stationed on the eastern seaboard of the United States. Good luck, Commander.
Alright, so hold on. Yeah, this is gonna be where it drops off. So what I was gonna say is that this intro pretty much sums up the state of the world in Command and Conquer Tiberium Wars 3, which is where my story takes after actually. So it goes from this. There's a basic timeline of a war going on, the Third Tiberium War. There's a lot of nasty stuff because this game is a bit detailed a lot more grittily, and so throughout the game, there was one event that really interested me, and I'm going to put a bunch of videos actually to explain like where we are right now, because there is a certain event within this universe that really struck a chord with me. And hold on. And also for later on, I'm gonna be using a intro for something else. So yeah, so my music will be quite different than usual because I'll be playing something in the background. And if you can hear it, well, have fun. So what I'm gonna do?
Select target.
Real quick.
Ion cannon activating.
Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. Nope, not that one. Sorry, I had to take this like rapidly.
Objective complete. You.
Wow, oh wow, that is loud. I did not know that.
Although Cain and much of his inner circle are believed to have been killed, the explosion also detonated a liquid Tiberium deposit hidden beneath the temple itself, producing deadly fallout and radiation levels over most of Eastern Europe. It's still unclear at this time if this was an accident or a final, desperate act of terrorism by Cain. So far, the only response from GDI has been this statement from Acting Director Boyle.
All those innocent lives lost. It's just unthinkable. But if there's a silver lining to this terrible tragedy, it's the fact that Cain's reign of terror has finally ended. And for that, I think we should all be eternally grateful.
Okay, so that's it. And so basically that is okay. So basically what you're seeing is a liquid Tiberium explosion and the catalyst for my reinvention of the world, because basically what I thought was throughout the game you do find alien invasion. So alien invasion is one thing, but you willingly blew up like half a continent's worth of people. So I thought to myself, why not write a story where it happened. Well, it happens after Command Conquer 3, and it details a lot more about the strife that happens behind the scenes. So I'm gonna really, so I'm gonna go real quick into my. Alright, so what is Tiberium Skies? It takes place after Command and Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars, and basically, I think of it this way. There is a game that came after Command and Conquer 3 that acted as a sequel, but we don't talk about that. I did not talk about that. This one acts as a sequel to that kind of stuff. Yes, hold on. It's a bit odd right now. So it acts as a sequel. Okay, that's acting weird. It acts as a sequel to the game that may or may not appeal to everyone, because what I was inspired to do was just to basically you know, I'm sorry, I've never done a non-game stream outside my debut, so it does not appeal to everyone because I'm using a lot of elements across the series as a homage to everything that has come before. And while some people rather want something a bit self-contained, I decided to do something a little more ambitious and have little small elements that incorporate all of the games in the franchise: Red Alert and Generals. Generals is like a minor thing. You may see characters that have the similar names and similar technologies scattered everywhere, but ultimately it's oh well, meh. But Red Alert is one of those inspirations because originally Command and Conquer started out as normal Tiberian Dawn, and then followed up with Red Alert. And Red Alert itself had a stinger where Kane, which you saw just now, the main villain of the Tiberian Saga, was revealed to be the ones behind the Soviet Union's victory in the cutscene, in one of the ending cutscenes. So I decided to take that and like, okay, you know what? Why don't we incorporate that past into the future? And so let's move on to the next point. There is a greater emphasis on geopolitical strife, civil unrest, and the collapse of worldwide unity. Now, you see, as you watched just now, you kind of realize that Ball is bullshitting you, because the things that he say in that interview was like, all right, we may have blown up half of the planet, but we've killed Kane. The bald man is dead, and his followers are dead. So we should be grateful for what you have done. And I was thinking on that interview, I was like, what the oh yeah, okay. Here's a fun fact. Yes, Redmond Boyle in that cutscene is played by the very same actor who played Lando Calrissian. I think it was hold on, let me just check real quick. Redmond Boyle's actor was played by Billy D. Williams. Yes, correct. Billy D. Williams, the same guy in Star Wars. So, very cool. And in this game, Billy D. Williams plays a villain, or a sort of villain character, who is doing things out of ignorance. And a lot of the game's machinations are in order for Kane to put someone incompetent in charge of GDI. So, take that into account of how the world would react after the alien invasion because of the liquid tiberium mod explosion. And I left that down in the notes. You can figure out the world economy if you want, because economy is not my strong suit. However, detailing sociological situations is my seems to be a point that I understand. And then what I do want to do is to make a new coalition as a logical reaction to the perceived incompetence of the GDI, because there's no such thing as a PR disaster that you cannot get away from, even nowadays. So what the GDI did in this universe was did a massive fuck up. A lot of people are dead, and you definitely cannot run away from that point. Even if you had the counterpoint say, oh, we fought aliens, we're the saviors of humanity. It doesn't work like that. People are still going to remember all of the stuff that you did, especially that one thing that killed so many people and friends and family. And people are going to be remembered, they're going to be jaded, and they're going to be angry. So what I did was create initially, when I was 12, I think I had a small idea in my head. I took the idea from the Soviet Union and made it so that they come back, embarrassingly enough. But I'm happy to say that it was a form of inspiration for this new coalition called the Ruthenian Alliance, taking from the old Latin word for Rus, the land of the Rus, Russia. I initially considered writing about the Russian coalition, a Russian coalition, but I felt like a bit too close to reality. So what I should do, what I did was think about a more, a real word name, but slightly more different. And I think the Ruthenian Alliance sounds good now, because I actually just thought of that just now. Okay, so the members of this alliance is GDI Russia, formerly not occupied Eastern European states, some of our surviving Southeast Asian countries, and other countries within Asia. Because I took inspiration from this alliance from another game, Battlefield 2142, which is Pan-Pacific Coalition. which had China and all those other countries working together to survive an ice age. So I took that into account and then integrated into this story. And then one of the biggest members of this alliance is the Forgotten Brotherhood. Now, the Forgotten Brotherhood, I'm going to use a picture from the mod for Command and Conquer 3 called the Forgotten, but it should serve its purpose. Hold on. Blair. Let me just see real quick. So here, you see, these are the Forgotten mods, and this is their insignia. I'm taking it from the mod, but as you can see, these are normal people who have been infected by Tiberium. Tiberium itself is a highly infectious and spreadable disease of a mineral. Basically, think Corona, but on Super 8s. Corona on Super 8s, and people farm it for money. And it's the root source of a lot of technologies in this new future of ours. So, what these Forgotten are basically refugees. But refugees who have decided to take a stand now. Like this Forgotten mod, I followed that aspect. And what I also did was offer them a bigger geopolitical standing. Like, if you see here, they are now working together with the Ruthenian Alliance, so they have bigger weapons. They don't have small ragtag rabble-rouser groups like Nod. They will have a more solidified standing with actual military vehicles and whatnot. And then they will, I don't know, I will decide from there, because I still have not pieced out what I should do in this new reinvented. So basically, Tiberium Skies, now that we can move on to the story details, Nod is now in shambles. Kane has gone AWOL with his personal pet AI, Legion, after stealing the Tacitus from GDI. So this is in reference to Command & Conquer 3's expansion, Kane's Wrath. Although that is a bit strange, because I didn't actually show videos about Legion. I do believe he's quite important, and right now it gives me this option of making them cooperate with GDI for humanitarian aid. Going AWOL means you leave your people leaderless, and now with no leaders and some warlords needing aid, so why not team up with the devil you know? The devil that you don't know, the Ruthenian Alliance, hates their guts. They want to kill Nod because they shamed their country back many decades ago. So that's why it ties back into that Red Alert inspiration. So the Ruthenian Alliance does not actually have this name at the beginning of the story, but at the forefront of the 4th Tiberium War, this is now their banner. And yes, the war is going to be short, bloody, a 3-way war that becomes a 4-way once a 4th faction comes in, the aliens. And I don't know, I can only promise that it will be kind of sad and brutal and graphic. And overall, I try not to make it too much in base of reality, but I can only say that yes, it's going to be quite depressing. So what else? Okay, let's move on to the characters. So my main character, as I mentioned before, is relatively old and jaded commando. You fear the old man in the world where young men die first all the time. So he's old, and now he eventually embroils himself into a conspiracy, involves alien subterfuge, body doubles, and the Ruthenian Alliance's more rogue elements. And then the other characters, after the first events of the book, will have broader occupations from all factions, because I want to make this as a, I don't know how you say, a scrapbook of perspective. So there will be like the pilots, the operators, the civilian journalists, and another commando who I will not talk about right now. And so the series itself will use many elements across the actual Command & Conquer franchise, like psychic weaponry, chronotech, and track usage, and will pay homages to units and individuals that have appeared before or after Command & Conquer 4. Because Command & Conquer 4, for all its faults, I actually do like the unit designs. I would personally, in my mind, I just took some bulk of them, of the GDI stuff, and then made them as units. Some of the not stuff works as well, but the rest we don't talk about that. And for another thing that I took inspiration off, okay, I'm gonna show real quick another video. Hold on. I'm so sorry if I'm overloading anyone with these videos. I understand it may not seem like the most may not seem the most useful of things because I really want to get writing right now. But there are some things that I am inspired by, and it was of an old EA game called Tiberium. And Tiberium was one of those games I was looking forward to because hot damn, it's very good. Now watch this trailer and you can understand how I felt understanding the atmosphere of what I was going to write in the future.
How the hell did we get here? Mankind on the verge of extinction. And after all these years, all we've really learned is the unthinkable. That we are not the only world fighting for Tiberium.
Okay, so that was it. That was gonna be like the last video I'm gonna show, and that was of Tiberium, a game that never came out, and I was so desperate to play. So what I'm gonna do is open up the story. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna open up Tiberium Skies, and you're going to see the first of many logs that I'm going to do. I'm gonna also turn on some of the music right now. Hold on. So this is Cryo Chamber. I hope you can hear it. Give me a second, yes. So I'm going to be using Cryo Chambers to write today. So what you see here is basically my starting chapter, and it details the exploits of a single female journalist called Hoshikawa E. Harding. So this is what I've been written like quite a while ago. As you can see down here, I've been at 7,000 words already. So this story has been going for quite some time, and yeah, I had fun writing this part because the language is frank. I try my best not to make the language rosy because who the hell is going to say, oh, Tao's being kicked out by the queen, I am feeling very sad right now? No, someone in that kind of world is just gonna say, fuck it, I'm tired of this shit. And so yeah, like this, I want to get this off my chest really quick before I start. Tired, haven't had my lunch, and some hardliners have already dropped by to call me a screwball. Shitheads. So yes, all this you see is written by me, and yes, I took some time to detail this. Oh, actually, hold on. Right now, it's not even on the same screen. What is going on? Hold on, give me a second. Okay, there you go. Alright, now what you're seeing is the beginnings of this story. This is the intended prologue with one Miss Hoshikawa Harding. Fun fact, I was listening to a bunch of VTubers, and Hoshikawa was the first name that came out when I was listening to Matsuri. I was like, okay, you know what? Screw it. Put that name in. Hoshikawa. Why not? So, there it is. Hoshikawa. And so... Hold on, I need to actually close a lot of windows because it's like a lot of stuff here. It's a lot of stuff here. So, Hoshikawa is going to be like the starting character. And you can see her perspective and the beginning of an intriguing story. It starts by the murder of a senator. And yeah, this is all of the descriptive writing that I've been using since with my university experience, as well as the things I've written beforehand. And if the language seems quite rosy, I really apologize, because this is how I usually write. I don't have in a way much of criticism. I have friends who have come and seen my work and they say it's pretty good, but that's all they can run off on. And if I was to go get professional help, I'll probably get something a bit more tangible, a bit more concrete. So yeah, I guess that's it. So yes, as you can see here, this is basically the intro. We're not gonna write on this because I still have not finished this. So if you're interested in looking at the story, I will put a link up to this on the Google Drive, and I will occasionally update it. So you can see here, so she gets weather things and like not, blah blah blah. The dialogue itself is fun for me because I've not been used to working around people for dialogue and whatnot. I'm gonna actually hide my headshot real quick so you can see more of the dialogue and minimize this. Alright, there we go. There you go. I guess I can read everything now. Goldfish syndrome. Like, some of the things I don't really nail because I might not be the best. I'm still not the best of writers, so my knowledge of phonemes? No, that's a different linguistic term. Not phonemes. I don't remember what they call in English, but my brain just not working. Kepala saya bodoh. Okay, sorry. Alright, so I didn't finish the prologue, so it ends up here because it's going to be an encounter between her and the commando I mentioned earlier on, and this will be the beginning of that second chapter. So this would be something that explains more of his motivation and whatnot. This is poignant for me. Open channel, wide range, using the temple's communication away. Not GDI mutant civilian. Over 70 miles, they desperately spoke out in multiple language, not caring if their tongues were wrong or broken. And what did we do? We ended ourselves right then and there. So this encompasses my reaction to that singular cutscene, in the vein that, yes, the decision that this person made in order to get rid of a short-term problem not only caused an alien invasion, but has willingly condemned millions of people to death. I take the cutscene a bit lightly with salt because it looks very exaggerated, but still, if you consider the environmental impact of such an explosion, it doesn't work. Someone's going to get suffered. So that's why the Ruthenian alliance was formed, in order to survive in that area. And GDI itself at this point is still tearing itself at the seams, because there are people who are angry within the government who are resigning, and people who are trying to, conduct PR campaigns to ensure everyone stays together, and can't even capitalize on this because they're shattered. And so yeah, that's it. So it starts in Africa with the actual combat. So yes, this is Sierra Leone, the first act. I will not also do this, but it's like one of the things I was talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna go down real quick. You can still read this in the future. So this was the last chapter I was working on, which included the ghosts. Included the commando dealing with his own demons and ghosts and whatnot. But I'm not gonna work on this because right now this chapter seems a little bit foggy to me, because what I wanted him to do was to meet up with a chaplain working inside the local base for a talk, and then after that he'll be moving on to a coded briefing with a bunch of people. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this real quick. Okay, so we're gonna start a new chapter real quick. So I'm gonna be very quiet for now. If anything pops up, I will respond to you, but right now I want to write. I apologize if I'm writing quite slow because this is how I usually. Hey guys, whoever just joined, welcome to the stream. Right now I'm typing. It's gonna be a bit slow because this is how I usually write. I don't have a plan. I just write for fun. Right now this is how much I've been writing. Just 3 for 4 words. It's not that bad. Oh yeah, feel free to comment on anything on my writing because it may be a little confusing at first. If you want more context on the stuff, the vault will be able to, you know, explain a lot more about the story of what I'm doing. I forgot to mention that writing does make me a bit sleepy. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet now. Although I gotta say it's already 1 hour, so I may have to end the stream a little bit earlier. But so far, let me just read back. Actually, this is around 900 words. Let's hit around 1,200, and then after that we can call it a day. Because I'm not, I'm not the most engaging when it comes to writing because I need like focus. Actually, I can remember. Where am I already, actually? It's been around 30 minutes already. Okay, so let me see here. Today we've written 1,300 words, so I guess I can leave it here for now. Alright, we can leave it here for now, and we can just stop here for the day. So, hey everyone, welcome back to me talking. I apologize if I was way too quiet for the stream, which is like normally something I don't do because writing requires a lot of concentration, and I understand it's not as engaging as possibly like drawing. Some artists do their drawing live stream, and I'm not that kind of person. I like writing on live stream now. It feels a bit strange, but well, I didn't have that much introduction. So I'd like to say thank you for coming to the stream. If you dropped by and checked out what's going on, and I hope this gives you more insight to how I write and this personal story I've been doing. Do look out for it in the future because even if I'm off like doing stuff, I'm going to be continuously working on this story in several parts because I got endings sorted out for this story, this particular first part of this series, and I just need to write the middle parts and whatnot. So if you see me doing another writing stream, I may just work on a shorter prompt that I can finish, like 2,000 words, 1,000 words. Just something I can do quickly in 1 hour, and then I can just share with everyone. And it won't be as story heavy until like I decide to do something like another story I'm doing, because in my head there's like swirling around all these ideas, and I have quite a few already, and I'm very eager to share them with you in the future if you guys want more of this. Otherwise, I will continue doing my games and look forward to this weekend because we're gonna have Monster Hunter Night, and then that collab with what's his name, Kirisato with Among Us, and then after that, well, there's not much I can do. It is now 3:28 p.m. It is raining already, so I can't go for an exercise. So thank you for coming to the stream. Actually, it's been nice having someone silently watching over me while I'm writing, because usually I write on my own. And yes, nothing much to say. Have a good day. Glory be your day. Have a good one, and stay hydrated. It's raining, that's why I said that. All right.